What if I told you the new kind of war was already started and you're right in the middle of it? Forget what you know about hackers in dark rooms. The new attacker isn't just a person anymore, they're an intelligence. Hackers are now using artificial intelligence to launch attacks so sophisticated they can write their own code, mimic people you trust, and vanish without a trace. But in top secret security centers around the world, a new breed of AI is fighting back. This is the story of AI versus AI, and the future of our digital lives hangs in the balance. The image of a hacker is a cultural cliche. The lone wolf in a hoodie, furiously typing code to break through a firewall. That picture is dangerously outdated. Today, the most significant threats aren't just from human adversaries, but from the AI they've unleashed. We're talking about automated attack tools and adaptive malware that make old methods look like child's play. Think about it. In the past, a phishing email was often easy to spot. Bad grammar, a generic "Dear Sir" or "Madam." Now attackers use generative AI to create hyper-personalised phishing campaigns. These AI-driven emails mimic the writing style of your boss, reference recent projects, and use perfect grammar to seem legitimate. The success rate for these AI-crafted emails can be alarmingly high, with some studies showing click-through rates far exceeding traditional phishing attempts. And it gets scarier. Attackers are using AI-assisted tools to create polymorphic malware, a fancy way of saying the code constantly rewrites its own signature to evade detection by antivirus software. It's like trying to catch a shapeshifter. Every time a security system looks for it, it has already changed its form. This adaptive malware can discover network vulnerabilities and adjust its behavior in real time to avoid being caught. The scale of this is staggering. An estimated 3.4 billion phishing emails are sent every day, and attackers are rapidly adopting AI to make them more effective. We've also seen the rise of deepfakes in elaborate fraud schemes. These are part of a larger trend of business email compromise, or BEC, which costs companies billions annually. In one stunning case, a finance employee at a multinational firm was tricked by a multi-person deepfake video call featuring fabricated versions of the company's CFO and other senior leaders into transferring $25.6 million. This isn't a theoretical threat for the future. The attackers have a new arsenal of tireless, adaptive, and lightning-fast digital tools. How can any human team possibly keep up? To understand the challenge, you need to step inside a modern security operations center, or SOC. This is a company's cybersecurity command center. For years, these centers have been the front line, but they were built for a different kind of war. Today, they are under siege. The single biggest problem is something called alert fatigue. A typical SOC team can receive thousands, sometimes even tens of thousands, of security alerts every single day. A huge portion of those alerts are false positives. Imagine a smoke detector that goes off every time you make toast. After a while, you start to ignore it. That's alert fatigue. Analysts become desensitized to the constant noise, which tragically increases the chance that a real critical threat gets missed. In fact, some studies show a staggering number of daily alerts go completely unaddressed. This problem is made worse by a massive global shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals. According to industry reports, there is a global cybersecurity workforce gap in the millions. So not only are existing teams drowning in data, but they're also chronically understaffed. They simply can't hire enough people to manually review every potential threat. Compounding this, many security systems still operate on fixed rules. They're designed to look for known threats, like a specific malware signature or a blacklisted IP address. But what happens when the attacker is an AI that helps generate brand new, never-before-seen malware for every attack? The old rulebooks start to fail. You have overwhelmed humans using outdated tools, facing an enemy that moves at the speed of light. It seems like an unwinnable fight. But what if the answer to fighting a rogue AI is a better AI? What if we could build a digital immune system that could think, adapt, and respond just as fast as the attackers? Well, that's exactly what's happening right now. Welcome to the world of the AI-driven SOC. In these advanced security centers, a new breed of AI isn't just a tool, it's a core member of the team. These AI systems are designed to do what humans can't: analyze massive volumes of data in real time, connect seemingly unrelated events, and act with surgical precision in fractions of a second. Let's break down how this Guardian AI works. First, there's AI-powered threat detection. A human analyst might see a few odd events: a login from an unusual location, a small data transfer at 3 AM, an employee accessing a file they've never touched before. Separately, these are minor alerts, easily lost in the noise. But the Defender AI analyzes billions of data points across the entire organization: network traffic, endpoint activity, cloud logs, user behavior, and sees the bigger picture. It uses machine learning to establish a baseline of what normal looks like and can spot the subtle anomalies that signal a sophisticated attack in progress. Then comes automated incident response. In the old model, once a threat was finally identified, an analyst would have to manually take action, isolating the infected machine, blocking the malicious IP, and disabling the compromised user account. This could take hours or even days, giving an attacker plenty of time to cause damage. An AI-powered system can do it almost instantly. When the AI detects a high-confidence threat, it can automatically trigger a playbook to quarantine the endpoint in minutes, before the malware has a chance to spread. This speed is the game changer, with studies showing that extensive use of AI and automation can shorten the data breach lifecycle by over 100 days. Finally, there's predictive security. By analyzing historical attack data and current global threat intelligence, some AI systems can now forecast likely attack paths and identify at-risk assets before an attack even begins. It's the digital equivalent of seeing the future, allowing teams to proactively patch vulnerabilities and harden defenses where they're needed most. So let's make this concrete. Here's how a bot versus bot battle plays out every single day. The attack begins. An adversary uses the generative AI to craft a perfect, highly convincing spear phishing email targeting a finance employee. The email looks like it's from a trusted vendor and contains a link to a seemingly legitimate invoice. The employee clicks. The attacker is in. They use the stolen credentials to log in, but their methods are subtle. They use living off the land techniques, meaning they only use tools already present on the victim's computer, avoiding any obvious malware that would trigger old-school antivirus. To a traditional security system, everything looks like normal user activity, just a series of low-severity, isolated events. But the Guardian AI sees something different. It doesn't just see individual events, it sees a story. It correlates a dozen tiny signals that a human would miss. First, it flags the initial login as anomalous. The user's credentials came from a new device and a location that doesn't match their typical work pattern. Then it sees the user account attempting to access sensitive financial servers it's never touched before, a privilege escalation attempt. It cross-references this with network data showing an unusual outbound connection to a suspicious server. No single one of these events would have triggered a major alarm, but the AI has connected the dots, recognizes the chain of attack. Its confidence score of a breach in progress skyrockets. Instantly, before a human analyst has even seen the first alert, the automated response kicks in. The compromised user account is automatically disabled. The endpoint is quarantined from the network to prevent lateral movement. An alert is sent to the human security team, but it's not one of thousands. It's a single, high-fidelity incident report, complete with all the correlated evidence, showing exactly what happened and the steps already taken to contain it. The attack, which could have led to a multi-million-dollar data breach, was stopped in its tracks before the attacker could achieve their objective. That is the power of AI versus AI. It's about speed, context, and connecting the dots faster than the enemy. Now, this all might sound like we're heading towards a future where machines handle all our security and human jobs are on the line. But the reality is more nuanced and, frankly, more optimistic. The prevailing view among many experts is that AI is here to augment human analysts, not replace them. Think back to the problem of alert fatigue. AI is the solution. It automates the monotonous, high-volume work of sifting through thousands of false positives. This frees up the highly skilled human analyst to do what they do best: focus on the most complex, novel and strategic threats that require creativity, intuition and a deep understanding of the business. Instead of being a tier 1 analyst just clicking through endless alerts, that person can now become a threat hunter, a forensic investigator or an AI supervisor who trains and refines the models. Their job becomes more strategic, more engaging and less about burnout. The AI handles the 99% of noise so the humans can focus on their expertise on the 1% of incidents that truly matter. It's not about replacing jobs, it's about evolving them into higher value roles. The landscape of cybersecurity has fundamentally changed. We've moved from a human-scale conflict to a machine-speed war. This isn't science fiction. The AI versus AI conflict is happening right now, silently, on the servers and networks that power our world. The threat of AI-powered attacks is real, sophisticated, and constantly evolving. But for every new attack vector created by AI, a new defense is also being born from it. This invisible arms race is now a core part of our digital infrastructure. While we go about our daily lives, these guardian AIs are our digital protectors, working 24/7 to hunt for threats and keep our data safe. The war is already here, and you're already in it. The good news is, you have some incredibly powerful allies on your side. This ongoing battle raises a critical question for the future. The question is no longer if AI will run our security, but who is building the better AI? The defenders or the attackers? If you found this deep dive into the invisible AI war fascinating, hit that like button and subscribe for more on how technology is shaping our world. I really want to hear your thoughts on this. What part of this AI arms race worries you or excites you the most? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.